Hi, this is Neil from UseMyFrame.com, and today we're going to test the new transitions Gen S against the Gen 8. Specifically, these will be single vision poly, no prescription, and transitions gray color. So both identically the same, so it'll be a really good comparison, just in the difference in the technologies. So let me show you what we got here. Here's the Gen 8, the Gen S, and I'll record the results as we go along. So I'm going to do what they measure clear, how much light transmission goes through them, the higher the better, the darkness. So actually here, let me put this, the higher the better, the lower the better, and then the last two, this is when we want them to start getting clear. So we'll test them in their clear state, their darkest state, how they measure at 1 minute, and how they measure at 2 minutes. I did a video before testing different photochromics. You could double check that if you want to, if you're interested in that, but I only did 30 seconds on that one. This one I'm going to do 2 minutes because that seems to be the ideal length of time that we would expect the transitions or any photochromic to go back clear to be usable inside. So let's test them. So we'll start off with we're going to be testing it, the light transmission with this machine. It's the same machine I used last time. We'll be using visible light, so it'll do a quick calibration, and obviously it'll be 100% because there's nothing blocking the sensor. This UV light has a 30-second timer, which will be really handy. And then as soon as that goes off, I'll start this timer for 2 minutes, and we'll check it at 1 minute in and then at 2 minutes and compare the two. So let's start off with the Gen 8. In its fully clear state, we get 90%. So I'm going to put that 90%. Remember, higher is better on here. We want the most light to go through the lens. Just if we're inside or driving at night, that results in the best clarity. So the Gen S is also 90. All right, so they're the same. All right, now I'm going to put this the new one, back in the case in a little packaging, I guess I should say, just so no residual UV light gets on here, just in case. I don't think it'd be a big deal even if it did, but all right, so 30 seconds, and this will be enough time for this to get as dark as it's going to get, probably in the single-digit percentages. All right, so its maximum measures 6%. So for the Gen 8, it got all the way down to 6%. So the lower the better, usually. That way they block the most amount of light. Now, we'll wait for this to get to 1 minute, and we'll see what it reads. So let's see, it's been about 1.5 minutes, and we're at about 16, 17%. Actually, move this up. %. At the 1 minute mark. Now we'll see after 2 minutes just how much light goes through. And we can actually look at the lens. You can see it noticeably clearer. And the Gen 8 were always good. We never had any problems with the Gen 8. Everyone that got them from us was overall, the vast majority of cases, everybody was truly happy with. So always happy with the darkening, but the lightening, getting back to the clear state, that's what everybody always wants them to be faster in. So we're going to see what this new Gen S, just what the difference will be. And we're at 62. We'll say 62%. That's the Gen 8. So just to recap, it got all the way to, in its clear state, it was at 90%. So it only blocked 10% of light, which is really good, especially for polycarbonate. When it went to fully dark, it got down to 6%. After a minute, it went to 29%. And after 2 minutes, and remember on these last two, the higher the number, the better. We want them to be even higher because that means the lenses will be even clearer. So the higher the number, the clearer the lens. The lower the number, the darker the lens. All right, so we reset our timer. Our light meter is back at 100. Now we're gonna grab our Gen S and we're gonna do the same test. So 30 seconds of UV light. We'll measure how dark it gets. Just get ready here. All right. Maximum darkness is at 6%. Same as the Gen 8. So they start off the same, they darken the same. Here's going to be the real test. Is how quickly do they lighten? So the at 1 minute, the Gen 8 got up to 29%. And you can see we're actually already over 30. So it's definitely getting clearer faster. Here's what the lens looks like. I want to keep it on here just so it keeps it all in the same frame. Time, 49%. That's incredible. Very cool. I'm so glad I did this test. That's already, that's a huge difference in light transmission just at 1 minute. So they definitely improved the recipe. And the lens gets dark the same. It starts off the same clarity. Oh. So what happened was the meter reset. I just have to hit it, recalibrate. There we go. It's back at 100. Put our lens in. Without any activity, it just kind of goes into a hibernative state. All right, here we go. And 80%. Wow. And here's what the lens looks like. 2 minutes. That is very cool. I'm curious what the Gen 8 is at 85%. after all this time. Wow. So you figure this is the Gen 8, just measured 85%. And that's after 2 minutes of here plus 30 seconds of darkening. So wow, this new Gen S really does get clearer faster. Here's our summary. So after 1 minute, it was 29% on the Gen 8, 49% on the Gen S, and after 2 minutes, it was 62% on the Gen 8 and 80%. Only 10% away from where it started, just after 2 minutes. That's incredible. Very amazing. Hey, I hope you liked this video as much as I did. Thanks for watching. Okay, I have to do a quick break here to correct something, correct a mistake. The Gen 8 transition lens I used in this test is a plastic lens. And I just noticed that after I finished this whole video and putting all the stuff away, I noticed that it does actually have 1.5. So that is plastic, but it's not a significant change. I still think the test is relevant. It definitely still shows how the Gen S is so much faster at getting clear, but I did want to make sure that I pointed it out, just to be upfront. Okay, so everything else is still relevant, but I did want to make that quick correction because I just literally noticed it. I would reshoot it and do it with a poly lens, but we returned all of our Gen 8 transition lenses. That's one great thing about us as being a manufacturer, is transitions is easy to work with. We could send all of our old stock back, and they send us all the new stock. So it makes it really easy to work with. So I kept this one actually just for the purpose of this video, to do some comparisons. But I don't think we have any other Gen 8 left. So sorry about that. Hope the rest of the video doesn't throw you off, but it is still relevant, and it's a minor difference, but just wanted to point it out.